In this video, I will be doing Bitten nails transformation once again for my client Anna, and this time we will do Halloween nails coming up. Hello guys, Anastasia here, and we're working on Anna's nails. And yes, unfortunately, we need to start all over again. Well, not really all over. When she first came to me more than a year ago, her nails and cuticles were in the worst condition. Even though now she has these hangnails and we still need to work on them, it's still not that bad. So I will start with pushing back the cuticles with orange wood stick. Since you guys enjoyed my story time videos, I will do another one. This is a story about model who attended my studio I think more than a year ago. She has short Bitten nails and they were in way worse condition than Anna's nails, even at the beginning. I actually have a video with her nails. I will leave the link down in the description so you can check it out. And she was a model, not a client, which means she's not paying for the service. Every time I invite a model, I always explain all the conditions before we even schedule an appointment, just to be sure that they are good with them. And one of these conditions is that you need to have a certain time to spend in my studio. Usually it's about 5 hours. Normally I finish faster, but this is just in case it will take longer. Like I just want to be sure that the person will not be in a rush and I can just finish all the work, record everything I need. She showed up and her nails were quite hard to work on. I mean, it was almost impossible to push back the cuticles. The nails were rather wide, so it took a while even just to do a cuticle care. By the way, Anna's nails are so much easier to work on now, even though there's still something to clean, and I'm currently working with a flame bit. She's following my recommendations, even though she still has some hangnails. She's using cuticle oil all the time, and she's pushing back her cuticles after shower, and this is very helpful since she's doing it for quite a while now. Back to the story. Like I said, working with this model took me a while, so she started sharing something about her life, and she told me that she suspects that her boyfriend is cheating on her. And then she was expecting a message or a call with some kind of proof. I mean, she didn't tell me it right away, she just started sharing a little bit later, so I didn't ask for many details. So then she receives a call from a woman that her boyfriend is cheating on with her. Obviously, she got upset about it, but not really upset. I mean, she wasn't crying or anything, more like she got mad about it. So she started talking about this out loud, like, what should I do? What a bastard. Like, I need to punish him somehow. And then she starts planning some kind of revenge. And she asks me, like, Anastasia, can you recommend something? Do you have any crazy revenge ideas in your mind? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not really a revenge person, so I don't know. I cannot really give any good recommendations here. Meanwhile, I took off the surface shine and it is time to trim cuticles and eponychium. These are the scissors that I'm using, Pro Line by Silver Star. She continues planning the revenge and then she decides that she's going to schedule a date with her boyfriend and he doesn't know anything yet, like he doesn't know that she knows. So she's going to invite him somewhere to dinner and then she will ask this woman to show up. And she's like, I really want to see his face when he sees her and realize that we know everything. Honestly, I avoid giving recommendations unless a person asks me in this kind of situations because every situation like this is very individual and it's really hard to give advice, because this is someone's life. And meanwhile, I finished the manicure. We have clean nails. I forgot to record the part where I applied dehydrator and acid primer, but I did that. And then I let dry and start acrylic application. That model got really excited for some reason and motivated by this idea of revenge, And by the way, it was pretty tough at that point to apply product on her because she was like moving all the time. Then she calls this woman and asks her to be there at a certain time and place. And when they set it all up, I can tell, I mean, she was so excited. She was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to see his face. And then she calls him, trying not to sound suspicious or anything. I would say she was sounding even suspiciously nice. And then she asks him, like, let's go eat at this certain time. And he's like, I can't. Then she starts insisting something like, hey, you promised me to give me back my second phone or something, all that stuff. So he ended up saying like, okay, I will be there, let's do it, but I do not have much time. She was so satisfied that she finally made him be there, and then she started planning things like, all right, like I need to get home ASAP because I need to change, I need to do my hair and everything. And that felt a little weird to me. I mean, I understand that you want to look nice for a date, but this is not really a date, right? Like I said earlier, I'm not really a revenge person. I never did things like that. And if I would be in this kind of situation, I do not think that I would like some kind of revenge. Like, seriously, I think I will just tell a person that, hey man, you did bad thing, and then I will just leave. Because when something like this happens, it's painful, right? It feels bad, and the person who got cheated, like, feels like she's been lied to, like, all the time. And I don't really think that any kind of revenge or any kind of look on his face will somehow make it better or easier. But that's just my opinion on this. After application, I slightly pinch the nails so they will not look too wide, and I finish the application. I think matte nails look great on her too, but we have acrylic powder with a slight shimmer. This one is by Tones, by the way. So we will be using a glossy top coat, and we also need to do a Halloween design since this is still a spooky season. I'm using carbide bit to file and shape the nails with green abrasive mark. The speed is 28,000 rotations per minute. As I was finishing nails for this model, we did almond-shaped nails. By the way, in my opinion, they were kind of long for her nails, but she insisted on them. She said, I really want long nails. This is what I came for. And since she was a model, I was definitely planning on doing some nail art. Especially we did nails that are rather long, so, it was some canvas for the nail art. But the moment she realized that her revenge plan is going to work, she was not sitting still anymore. Honestly, she wasn't sitting still from the beginning, but from that point, she was like not still at all. She was like moving all the time, being so excited about this upcoming revenge. And the worst part for me was that she was like, okay, I need to go now. I'm in a rush. Let's just finish it now. And I'm like, well, honestly, I wanted to do a nail art, like I planned to do it. And also we talked about the time you will spend here in advance. And she was like, oh, like I know, but I'm really sorry. But this is kind of extreme and emergency situation, right? It's not like every day you got cheated on. Like I really need to go. And I just couldn't say no. Honestly, in some way, I kind of understand her because she feels fooled and lied to, and she probably wants to do something like to make her boyfriend also feel hurt about it. But like I said, I don't really think it will help her to feel somehow better. So I think really like the best thing in this situation is to move on. So they were not married, they do not have any kids, and from this point of view, it's probably even a good thing. I mean, the fact that she knows what he's doing right now before it's too late, because now she can just leave. She's a young woman, there's the whole life ahead of her, and she can find another person that she's comfortable with. I'm done with filing and shaping with the e-file, and then I do a slight retouch with a hand file, mostly the shape and the sidewalls, because the best way to do that is definitely a hand file. And also, as we do that, and Anna has this type of skin that definitely needs to be buffed. It's dry, there are many hangnails. So this is a buffing bit. I'm using the speed around 15,000 rotations per minute because we need to get everything smooth so there will be nothing to bite. I love this look of finished nails when cuticle work is done, product application and shaping is done, and it's all clean. And now we only need to do the nail art, and I will be using black gel paint and also some stickers to do the Halloween nail art. So this is the end of the story. By the way, unfortunately, I have no idea what happened next, and I would really love to work with this model again because she had a bad biting problem and I really wanted to help her. Like I said, it's okay if you come again, we can do fill, but unfortunately she never returned my messages and then her phone was not available, so she probably changed it. And she was also talking about something like moving to another country, so maybe she moved, I don't know. Well, anyway, I hope it all ended up good for her. I would love to hear your thoughts about this, guys. Would you do some kind of revenge if you would be in this kind of situation? Or do you think that it does not really make sense and it is better to just leave it and move on? Let me know what you think in the comments. By the way, I'm using non-acid primer to apply stickers. At some point I figure out this way and it works perfect and you do not need to apply any extra layer of base coat. The only disadvantage is that with some stickers it may smudge them a little bit, so do not apply too much primer. I simply apply it, then I attach the sticker on the top, and with the orange wood stick I just make sure that there are no bubbles. This design is a combination of stickers and hand-painted designs. So we are adding some bats on her nails, and at some point Anna said, "Hey Anastasia, let's add more, and another one, and let's do the pumpkin." And it's really nice that now we are doing slightly longer nails, so we have a little bit more canvas for the nail art, but still keeping it short. And the final part is sealing the design with a glossy top coat. I think you can see this slight golden shimmer that we have on the nails, and now we have short Halloween style nails. Let me know, guys, what do you think about the nails too, and I'm wishing you a happy holidays. This year I'm invited to 3 Halloween parties, so I look forward to it. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post nail art tutorials and story times just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye.